Yeah, the Indiana Fever finally get in the win column in their second game of the season, and Caitlin Clark put on a dazzling performance minus the 3-point shot. We got to get into it. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification to hype the video. That'd be great.
A win is a win, but this win came with more red flags than a finish line at the Daytona 500. The Indiana Fever just beat the worst team in the league, and somehow it was close. Stick around, because the numbers behind Caitlin Clark's 24.9 assist night reveal a problem nobody wants to talk about.
Closer than it should have ever been. Okay, the Indiana Fever should have won this game, running away by nearly 30. Somehow they win a single digit, a 9-point game. The LA Sparks went on a run in the fourth quarter. Kelsey Plum turned it up, as we've seen her do versus this Indiana Fever team before.
A 9-point win over the Sparks. Let that sit for a second. This is a Los Angeles team that lost to the Golden State Valkyries by 22 in their opener, an expansion roster in their first season of existence. The Fever should have been up 25 by halftime. Instead, Kelsey Plum dropped 25. Music, the Sparks went on a fourth-quarter run, and Indiana barely escaped Crypto.com Arena with their first W of 2025.
The one thing that's missing from Caitlin Clark in these games is the three-point shot. Okay, even in the Dallas game, she had 20 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. If she shoots 4 of 9 from 3 instead of 2 of 9, we're looking at a 26-point game. Instead of her, she shot 1 of 7 from 3 today. If she shoots 3 of 7 from 3 instead of 1 of 7, we're looking at a 30-point night if she makes 2 more threes. So she's playing really, really good ball. She's just not hitting that 3-point shot to the level that we are accustomed to.
Here is the stat that should keep Stephanie White up at night. Caitlin Clark is shooting 22% from 3 through her first 2 games. 22%. For context, last season, as a rookie, she shot 34% from deep on nearly 9 attempts a game. The volume is there, 16 attempts in 2 games. The accuracy is gone, and every one of the 3 made threes this season has been a catch and shoot, not a single pull-up, not a single step back, not the shot that broke NCAA records.
Playmaker, passer than Caitlin Clark. I mean, the girl's throwing backdoor passes to Kelsey Mitchell, backdoor passes to Sophie Cunningham. She would have had about 16 assists. I counted about 16 to 17 assists if these ladies could make their layups. Make your layups. If we make layups, dude, this team is golden. Okay, this team is golden if they can find a way to actually start making some damn.
This is the part of Caitlin Clark's game that the highlight reels undersell. The passing IQ is generational: backdoor cuts, skip passes across the floor, drop-offs in transition. She finished with 9 official assists, but anyone watching with a notepad counted closer to 16 possessions where she put a teammate in position for a bucket. The Fever shot 41% as a team on layups. 41%. That is a coaching problem and a personnel problem, not a point guard problem.
Blame a lot of this on Stephanie White. Stephanie White is so hell-bent on Aaliyah Boston being a hub and all of this stuff, standing out at the three-point line all game. The girl don't really post up. When she do post up, Kelsey Mitchell don't throw the ball in there to her. We're going to get to Kelsey Mitchell because she does not pass the ball. I just got to keep it real. She played a good game. She's a scorer, and that's it. She don't pass the ball. She don't do nothing else, and we're going to get into that. But I'm very disappointed in what.
6 fouls, 0 points in the first half, 4 rebounds total. This is Aaliyah Boston, the number 1 overall pick in the 2023 draft. A player signed to a contract worth roughly $6 million in extension money. And Stephanie White spent the entire game parking her at the elbow and the three-point line, instead of using her on the block. Cameron Brink and De'Erica Hamby combined to outwork her in the paint. When your franchise center plays 19 minutes with 0 first-half points against a team starting Ray Burrell, something is structurally broken in music, the offense.
27 minutes, damn near 30 minutes, you didn't get a single rebound, a single assist, a single nothing. Like you literally just look to get your points. I get it. I understand. Look, Kelsey Mitchell is a microwave scorer. She can get hot quick. But I mean, damn, like, come on, man. You get 30 minutes, you don't get a single rebound, a single assist. All you doing is out there hunting your shots down. I mean, come on, bro. Come on. Like, I'm sorry. We get on Caitlin.
They both played 27 minutes, 0 rebounds, 0 assists. That is a video game stat line in the worst way possible. Kelsey Mitchell finished with 23 points on 17 shots, and somewhere along the way, she forgot the rest of the box score existed. Music, this is the player making over $1 million on her veteran extension. This is supposed to be the senior backcourt presence next to a second-year point guard. Instead, every possession she touches dies in her hands or ends with a contested jumper. The Fever cannot win a championship with a starting two guard who treats rebounds like they are radioactive points.
She was 1 of 1 from 3. She had 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 of 4 from the floor. I would like to see her convert all of her layups, but I'm not going to complain about what she brought in her debut. I like the fact that when Monique Billings gets a rebound, she gives the ball to Caitlin Clark, unlike Natasha Howard, who's trying to be a point forward and get the rebound and wave off Caitlin and bring the ball up. No. Monique Billings doesn't do that, so she's good with me. Love the game. Sophie Cunningham had 12.7 rebounds. She was everywhere defensively.
And this is where the front office gets a small win. Monique Billings, signed in the offseason after spending most of her career with the Atlanta Dream, comes in for her Fever debut and delivers 9 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, music, and 1 of 1 from 3. More importantly, watch her decision-making: get the rebound, find Caitlin Clark, get out of the way. That is the entire job description. Natasha Howard was trying to play point forward in the season opener and got the Fever embarrassed. Billings understands the assignment. Sophie Cunningham added 12 points and 7 boards while playing the most aggressive perimeter defense on the floor. Those two were the difference between a loss and a survival win.
She's not making threes right now. All of the threes that Caitlin Clark has made so far this season, none of them have been off the dribble. None of them. She hasn't made none of those step backs, none of the pull-ups. The 2 threes she hit versus Dallas were catch and shoots, and the one she hit today was a catch and a shoot. So she's got to get her off the dribble 3-point shot back, but I think it'll come. But overall, 24 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds. Indiana Fever get the win, got the Washington.
So, here is the full picture nobody is willing to put together on television. The Indiana Fever, on paper, are one of the most talented young teams in the WNBA. They have the consensus best rookie in league history at point guard. They have a former Rookie of the Year and All-Star at center. They have a microwave scoring 2 guard. They added an all-defensive forward in Natasha Howard. They drafted Sophie Cunningham, brought in Monique Billings, kept Lexi Hull, and signed Sydney Colson and Damaris Dantas. The roster is stacked. And after 2 games, they are 1-1 with a 9-point win over the worst team in the conference and a season-opening loss to the Chicago Sky that wasn't even competitive. The reason this matters goes deeper than one ugly stretch. It comes down to 3 specific failures, and every one of them connects to a name we just talked about. Failure number 1 is the head coach. Stephanie White was hired specifically because of her track record developing perimeter scores and her familiarity with the Fever organization. She coached this team to a finals appearance back in 2015. So, explain to me why, with Caitlin Clark on the floor, the offense looks like a series of isolation possessions. Explain why Aaliyah Boston, a player whose entire college reputation was built on low post dominance at South Carolina, is being used as a high post hub. Explain why a team with this many shooters runs 0 off-ball action on roughly half their possessions. The X's and O's are not matching the personnel. Failure number 2 is the Aaliyah Boston development arc, and this one is uncomfortable to say out loud. She is not the player the Fever drafted her to be. The hands are good. The footwork in the post is fine. But the body is not built like a modern WNBA 5, and her conditioning visibly drops in the second half of games. Tonight she committed 6 fouls in 20-something minutes. Music: last season she averaged 14 points and 9 rebounds. Solid numbers, but the advanced metrics tell a different story. Her usage rate dropped after Caitlin Clark arrived. Her field goal percentage on post-ups is hovering in the low 40s. For a player getting paid franchise center money next to a generational point guard, that is not a sustainable trajectory. Failure number 3, and this is the one that will get me hate mail, is Kelsey Mitchell. I love what she brings as a scorer. She is genuinely one of the most efficient bucket getters in the league when she is rolling. But the lack of secondary playmaking is killing this team's ceiling. Look at the championship teams in the league. Music: look at the New York Liberty backcourt of Sabrina Ionescu and Courtney Vandersloot. Look at the aces with Chelsea Gray and Jackie Young. Both guards pass. Both guards rebound. Both guards play winning basketball without the ball in their hands. Kelsey Mitchell, by her own admission of effort tonight, is a stat line hunter. And on a team built around someone else's vision of the floor, that is a problem you cannot scheme around. Now let me defend Caitlin Clark for a second, because the take you are going to hear from the lazy media is that she should be making her teammates better. She is making her teammates better. She had 9 assists tonight on a roster that shot 41% at the rim. If those layups go in, she finishes with 16, 17, 18 assists. There is a version of this game where she puts up a 24-point, 17-assist line, and the conversation is completely different. Instead, her teammates, Music, blew at least 7 gimme buckets, and the only thing fans will remember is that she went 1 for 7 from 3. The 3-point shot will come back. That much is not up for debate. She is a career 36% shooter from college. She shot 34% as a rookie. Music, and the mechanics on tape have not changed. What has changed is the volume of pull-up threes she is being allowed to take. Stephanie White appears to be running a more controlled offense that is generating more catch-and-shoot looks and fewer off-the-dribble bombs. That is a strategic decision, and it is choking out the most lethal weapon in this team's arsenal. Caitlin Clark is at her best when she is bringing the ball up the floor and pulling up from 28 feet in transition. Take that away, and you have removed half of what makes her unguardable. The Washington Mystics come to Indianapolis on Friday. Sonia Citron, Kiki Iriafen, the rookies the Mystics drafted in the top 10. That team is rebuilding. The Fever should win that game by 20. If they don't, if this offense continues to look this disjointed against a rebuilding roster, then we need to start asking the real question about the coaching staff. Because this team is not short on talent. They are short on identity, short on touches in the right places, and short on accountability for veterans who are getting paid to do more than chase their own shot. So, the question I want answered in the comments is this. Who deserves the most heat for the Fever's first 2 games? Is it Stephanie White for the play calling? Is it Aaliyah Boston for the conditioning and the fouls? Is it Kelsey Mitchell for the stat hunting? Or is it nobody, and this is just a young team finding their chemistry? You cannot say all 4. Pick one. Make your case. I will be in the comments. This is Keep the Vision. Like, subscribe, share the channel, hit the bell. We are just getting started on this season, and the Fever are about to become the most analyzed story in basketball.